Okay, this is a practice problem for energy. I always start off by writing the general equations for energy. Potential energy is equal to mass times gravity times height. Kinetic energy equals 1/2 mass times velocity squared. Now let's read the question here, write down our givens. A 1,700 kilogram car, so the mass of the car equals 1,700 kilograms, is traveling at 10 kilometers per hour. So the velocity is of the car is 10 kilometers per hour. That's a problem. You cannot have your velocity in kilometers per hour. It has to be in meters per second. So let's change 10 kilometers per hour into meters per second. We'll change the kilometers to meters first. So the kilometers is on top, so I put it on the bottom so I can cancel it out. And we'll go right into meters. In 1 kilometer, there are 1,000 meters. Okay? Now we're going to do hours. Hours on the bottom, so put hours on the top, and we'll go into minutes. In 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. But we don't want it in minutes, we want it in seconds. So minutes on the bottom, so we put minutes on the top so we can cancel them out. 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. Now my units are meters per second, which is what I want. So we do a little math. We get 10 times 1,000 equals divided by 60 equals divided by 60 again equals, we get 2.78. That's meters per second. Okay, now we continue with the question. Okay, I'm just gonna read the whole thing again. A 1,700 kilogram car, got it, is traveling at 10 kilometers per hour, which is really 2.78 meters per second. A 3,400 kilogram truck, so the mass of the truck is 3,400 kilograms, has 25 times the kinetic energy of the car. So the kinetic energy of the truck equals 25 times the kinetic energy of the car. How fast is the truck moving? Velocity of the truck equals question mark. Okay, so we're dealing with kinetic energy here, so we're going to use this equation. So kinetic energy equals 1/2 mass times velocity squared. So first we have to find the kinetic energy of the car, then we multiply it by 25, and that tells us the kinetic energy of the truck. And then from there, we can find the velocity of the truck. So first step, find the kinetic energy of the car. So 1/2, mass of the car is 1,700, times velocity of the car, which is 2.78, and that's squared. So we do 2.78, and that's squared, so you times that by 2.78 equals, times that by 1,700 equals, and you times that by 0.5 equals. We get 6,569, and that's going to be joules. So the kinetic energy of the truck is 25 times that. So the kinetic energy of the truck equals 6,569 times 25. So 6,569 times 25 equals, I get 164,225 joules. Now I need to figure out the velocity of the truck. So kinetic energy equals 1/2 mv squared. So we just make that the mass of the truck and the velocity of the truck, and then we solve for velocity of the truck. So I have 1/2 mv squared equal to 164,225 joules. So plugging in my numbers for the truck, let me move my camera here. The mass of the truck is 3,400. Velocity of the truck, we don't know what that is, 16,425. So I'm going to solve for velocity of the truck, which means I'm going to divide by half of 3,400 is 1,700, all right? So I'm going to divide this by 1,700. So I get the velocity of the truck, and that's squared still, equals 164,225 divided by 1,700. 96.6. 96.6. Now I take the square root of that. I'll give the answer over here. So the velocity of the truck equals, what is the square root of 96.6? 9.83 meters per second. And that's my answer. Now the answers to these questions are multiple choice. So you want to choose the answer that's closest to this, because we did do some rounding in here, so it might be a little bit different, but that's how you do it.